What's up guys, I'm Jake B and today we're going to talk about 10 things that successful people do in the mornings. If you do these 10 things, you're not necessarily going to instantly become successful, but I can tell you that every one of these that I've introduced has helped me to be more successful in my life. So let's jump right in. Number one is wake up early. If you've been watching my channel, you know that this is something that's really important to me. I wake up very early in the morning. I have a pretty elaborate morning routine, and a lot of these things that I'm going to mention are part of my routine. Most successful people are intentional about the time they wake up in the morning. Now, there are some people that are successful that sleep in late, but they're pretty rare. Waking up early gives you more focus time than your competition. When you wake up before they do, you're always ahead first thing in the morning. Number two is do something to energize yourself in the mornings. So this could be something as simple as splashing some water on your face. It could be more elaborate, like taking a cold shower, or it could even just be doing 20 push-ups right when you wake up. Just get the blood flowing, get your heart pumping, and get yourself ramped up for the day. And if you want a more passive activity to energize yourself, drink some coffee first thing in the morning. There's nothing better than a coffee maker with a timer so that right when you roll out of bed, the coffee's there ready for you. Number three is have a to-do list. So have items that you're gonna work on that morning. Now, ideally you'll make this list the night before so that part of your routine is not trying to put together a list of what you're going to do. You've already got that, you've got it laid out, and you just start knocking things out. Now I do want to note that these items should be actionable and concrete. So it should be very clear in your head what needs to be done, and you should know when it's complete. There shouldn't be any soft goals in your checklist for the morning. It should all be things that you can actually complete and get done. Number four kind of goes with number three, schedule the day. So all of these things that you want to get done, not only in the morning but throughout the day, should be scheduled. They should have time allotted to them and they should have deadlines. What this does is it creates rigidity to your schedule so that you don't kind of meander through tasks. Also, these items should have a specific order, so they should be happening at certain times of the day, certain ordering. There shouldn't be any options in there, because when you wake up first thing in the morning, at least for me, that's my most vulnerable state. So if I have options, I'm going to choose the easier option more frequently than the rest of the day when I'm awake and alert and not as vulnerable. Now, this is talked about quite a bit in a book that I'm reading right now called The Checklist Manifesto. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check out that book. But it goes very deep into why you want to do these things, why you want to schedule things, have a specific order, and all of that. That brings us to number five, which is tidy up around your workspace and just your home environment. If you're being productive in the evenings, you might have papers all over your desk or whatever work you were doing yesterday. You want to straighten all that up because that's going to de-stress you and allow you to focus on your tasks for the day. And also it gives you a quick win, so to speak. So you've tidied things up, you've got your first thing done for the day. In that same vein, make your bed. So there's a great video about this where a Navy Admiral talks about the value of making your bed first thing in the morning. I'll put a link to that so you can check that out. It's really interesting what he goes into there. It actually made me start making my bed. So I've been married for almost 10 years, and up until now, there was this kind of epic battle between me and my wife on whether it was even valuable to make the bed. So my argument was, why would you need to make your bed? You're just gonna mess it up the next night. And she always wanted to make the bed first thing in the morning. So for 9 or 10 years now, she's made our bed, and I've kind of seen that as just a frivolous activity. I watched this video and it made me realize how much value you can gain from such a simple task. So go check that out after this video and let me know what you think. Number seven. Have some silent time. So have some quiet time to yourself where it's just you and your thoughts. This could be as simple as sitting and meditating. It could be going for a walk without headphones, or it could be if you take a shower in the morning, that can count as your quiet time. So it's just a time for reflection and thought without any distractions. Number eight is set some time aside for gratefulness. This is something that I've always kind of shrugged off, rolled my eyes at, but once I started doing it, I realized how valuable it is. I've made a video about gratefulness. A link should pop up above me here. I think it's very valuable. I'm still not great at sticking to it because I feel like there are other things I could be doing that have concrete benefits. Gratefulness is one of those things that you don't really realize the benefits until you do it for a while, but it is really valuable. Just to sit down and say, I'm thankful for my health, or for good food, or for hot showers, for cold beer. It doesn't always have to be serious things. It can be very simple things. I'm grateful for this really cozy shirt I'm wearing, or this blanket, all sorts of things. Number nine is exercise. So recent studies have shown that exercise really boosts cognitive ability. On top of that, it raises your heart rate and alertness, so first thing in the morning, it's a great thing to do to wake yourself up. And exercise extends your life. So obviously there's that benefit. Why wouldn't you be doing it? Number 10, the final one, is journal. A lot of people, specifically men, kind of roll their eyes at journaling. I want to specify that journaling is not the same as keeping a diary. 2 really quick things that you can do in a journal that can really just take a weight off your shoulders is 1, what I call the brain dump. Just get things out on paper, things that you want to think about later, things that you want to work on. Put all that stuff down on paper so that you're not carrying it around in your mind. You're not cluttering your mind with this to-do list that you have. Just put it all down in the journal and come back to it later. And then on the flip side of that is an emotional dump, which is, if you're pissed off at the boss, or you and your wife had a fight, or your kid's misbehaving, put that down on paper and let it go. Let that weight come off of you and onto the page, and you can come back to it later and reflect on it. So these things just really free up your mind to think about the things that are important versus the drama in your life or your to-do list. Get those things down on paper, just let them go. So those are my 10 things that successful people do each morning. Introducing some of these things or all of these things in your morning routine can really help you be successful. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you can get more content like this. And I will see you in the next video.